traders, this is the Euro US dollar on the daily chart, and been talking about this channel for quite some time, and today we've retested that star, something I suggested might happen, and we sold off. So I didn't sell at that point. I waited until we got a failure of these highs in the 60-minute chart. I took a reversal bar on the 60-minute chart about 10 o'clock UK time, and then took it off just after about 10-15 minutes after the Fed announcement as we dropped through this support and came down to this support here, which was S3 on the daily. So it's 100, I think it's 129 points in total. And of course, if you look at this is the 4-hour chart. What we effectively had was a reversal bar on the monthly pivot at 8 o'clock. So all these highs were sold into, and then here we are on the way down to 132.57. Okay, so I mean, any pullback now to this area here, we get a retest of 133.32, which I will put an alarm on. That is now resistance. It was support, it's now resistance, so any approach of that or 350, and that is now to be shorted. Okay, let's do that with the pound. I didn't short, I concentrated on the euro today. That was equally, there's some reversal bars up here yesterday which I didn't take. It was sideways, I left it, got distracted, and it gradually peeled down yesterday, pulled back, and then today we had this, this was, let me think, that's 8 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it? 8 o'clock this morning we pulled back to this resistance area here at 154.40, and then went all the way down to 152, just under 152. Okay, we are extremely oversold now. So, and we are at monthly S2 and weekly S2 down here. So the pullback area for this one is the 153 area. Although it's oversold, yeah, that's quite a drastic seller's bar. I can't remember a time when yeah, okay, we had a huge sell-off here from April last year, and that was 163. That was 1,000 points, and we've had more this time. It's pretty much 164 to 152, and you've got a lot of wiggle around here, a lot of wiggling around here, and then just breaking free. And you can see, yeah, we've made we've broken through even this daily support. So this is extremely weak. A pullback to 153.50 would be a great place to get short. So I will put an alert there on that one to short at that area there. Quite some sell-off, and it doesn't look done yet. If we look at the weekly, we have touched the bottom of the fib zone. We have come in contact with the bottom of the fib zone, and even in the weekly chart we are oversold. But yeah, there's the pullback alert. I will short that area if that alert sounds off. Right. Pound yen. Yeah, this is extremely overbought still on the weekly chart, but that, you know, we've broken down this trend line now. We have come in contact with all support, but I would short this 143.75 area, this resistance area here. Because it looks as if we can at least come down to 141 and possibly right down to this support down here. Okay. And excuse me. Pound Aussie dollar. That's got a reversal bar on the daily, but I will just stand aside from that one. It's sitting on weekly S1. I would leave it. Let's have a look. Pound Swissy, similar. Pound CAD, that's sold off as well. Okay, right. Okay, there's nothing else on the Forex charts that interests me. This is the FTSE. The 4 hour is extreme RSI but not red RSI, so we are very high. The daily RSI is high but not out. We had great jobs figures today, so, and the weak pound always benefit. A weak currency benefits an economy because we've got cheaper exports. So as one member said to me today, Rolls-Royce engines have just become a whole heap cheaper as a result of this weak pound. I mean, that is a reversal bar. No mistake, we've got high RSI with a reversal bar. I'm not going to short it because this FTSE has been very, very resilient. We could just come down here to support and push back up to 6,500. So, but be on the lookout. If you're a day trader and you get intraday setups for a short up there, then watch out. Oil had a big sell. That's engulfed. That's clouded. Yesterday's bar, all this week's bars. So that we've broken the trend line. I would look for this now. We've got events tomorrow. So, but a pullback to 96 is potentially a great place to get short. Because that is now massive resistance. It is tradable if you are a swing trader, if you get 160 point stop. Across the other markets, the beans are still, despite the strong dollar, that has performed very well, and I am long that in my SIP. Orange juice, decent support there. That's come right back down to decent support. So that I'll keep an eye on that. Coffee's had a good day. This is a good time of year to get into these grains and commodities. That again, that is very, very decent support. If that closes above 2032 tomorrow, I will look to go long that one. Stocks. Vodafone's sideways, and that's sideways to weak, I should say. That's gap down. We've held this gap zone though. If we can hold this area here, as long as we don't start closing below 161.50, we could start to break up to 165. I admit that's very weak, but in a gap play like that, mark off the gap and see which direction we close outside of that gap, because that is generally the direction to go. UK stocks have still had a good, that's Tesco is doing incredibly well. Looks as if it could break out of that. Yeah, we're almost filling that gap. 380, we're on the way to the gap. So hammer right down there at 347, but we look as if we can test 380. So I'll have my exit order up there at 380. Scottish and Southern is doing really well off that 1400 mark. That looks as if we can retest. If we, I think if we get up there again, 1466 might well break if we get up there. Sainsbury's has done okay. That's a decent close in Sainsbury's, because if we're now above the trend line, that's a pullback to 333. Let's see if we can bust up and retest 350 plus. Rolls-Royce is continuing to wind its way up on the back of the wow, Premier Foods. I think their results are out tomorrow. That's a huge move. Hammer in the daily. Let's have a look at the hourly chart on that, because that's an incredible move. So focused on other charts. Yeah, we got a hammer. Look at that. We got a hammer at the close yesterday, and they've opened it up. So the pullback was 78.90 to support, and that's moved up 12p. If we see 83, we see the support 80 or even 86. That's a buy at 86. Or if we look at the fibs even, yeah, 83 will be a great place to get in if you can get it. But be wary of the results. Other ones of note, Alpha BT's had a good day. Wow, that had a cloud yesterday, and that's bust up today. A pullback to 276, bound for BT. BT grinding its way up to 3, currently 281. BG testing that resistance again. I think I'll continue to grind higher. Okay, so a good move. US is still got an hour to close, and we've got Verizon having a decent. Look, that's already broken up. That looks as if that can, if we can close above that 45, that will go. RIM is having a tough time. That's a very messy chart. That Targa is sideways to good. Qualcomm is weak. Nvidia. The US stocks not great. And Apple is really struggling. Really struggling. The competition is catching up quick. 3D. Wow, that's a very bullish stock having a hard time. That's at a good price down there. If that breaks 60.95, that is a good place to get in. That's a nice pullback, but be careful, be very careful. Just on the 50 EMA, yesterday's bar came off the 50 EMA. Okay, and this Hargreaves just keeps going from 700 to 860. Wow, in not very much time. There's not many forex charts look. You very rarely get forex charts look like that. So if you're not in stocks, you need to consider stocks. That Greco has come off of 1600 very nicely. Okay, let's leave it there, and look forward to seeing you in the Skype room. If you're not in the Skype room and you want details of that, then let me know. Okay, thanks and have a good evening.